Imagine this for a second. What if death isn't the end at all?
What if it's more like waking up from the longest, most vivid dream of your life?
You know how in a dream everything feels real until the moment you open your eyes?
Exactly. What if this life is the dream and death is the moment you finally open your eyes on the other side?
Right now, at this very moment, billions of people are afraid of death.
But what if death is not the end? What if it's just the beginning?
We've been taught that death is the end, that when your body dies, you cease to exist.
And so people spend their entire lives running from death, fearing death, denying death.
But what if that's not true? What if death is not an ending?
What if death is a transition? What if consciousness continues after the body dies?
What if you never actually die? What if you just change forms?
And what if Darius discovered exactly what happens to consciousness after death?
Let me hit you with something wild. The brain might not create consciousness. It might only tune into it, the way a radio tunes into a hidden station.
And when the radio breaks, the signal doesn't vanish. It's simply broadcast somewhere else. That's consciousness shifting frequency.
Darius discovered something profound. Consciousness does not die when the body dies.
Consciousness continues. It transitions. It evolves.
And there's a specific process, a specific journey that consciousness takes after death.
And Darius is revealing exactly what that journey is.
Darius spent decades exploring consciousness in out-of-body states.
And what he discovered is that death is not an ending. Death is a doorway.
When your body dies, your consciousness is freed, and it begins a journey.
A journey of light, a journey of reunion, a journey of homecoming.
And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what that journey is.
And in this video, Darius is revealing what happens to consciousness after death.
By the end of this video, you're going to understand the process of death.
You're going to know what awaits you. You're going to know what happens next.
And you're going to be free from fear, because you'll know the truth.
So if you want to know what happens to consciousness after death, stay with us, because the journey is about to be revealed.
Death is the one thing that terrifies humanity.
It's the one thing we all face, the one thing we can't escape, the one thing we don't understand.
And because we don't understand it, we fear it. We deny it. We run from it.
We spend our entire lives trying to avoid death, trying to stay young, trying to stay alive.
But this fear has a cost. It costs us our peace. It costs us our joy. It costs us our freedom.
Because if you're afraid of death, you can't truly live.
You're always running. You're always anxious. You're always holding back.
Because deep down, you know that death is coming, and you don't know what it means.
We've been taught that death is the end, that consciousness ceases, that you disappear.
And so death feels like annihilation, like the ultimate loss.
But what if that's not true? What if that belief is the only thing that makes death terrifying?
Because if consciousness continues after death, then death is not the end.
If consciousness continues, then you never truly die. You just transition.
And suddenly death is not terrifying. Death is liberation.
Here's a fact that still gives me chills. At the moment of death, the body loses 21 grams.
21 mysterious grams, disappearing into thin air.
Scientists measured it. It's real. Something leaves.
And what if that something is the core of who you are?
So what happens at the moment of death?
The body dies. The brain stops functioning. The heart stops beating.
But consciousness doesn't stop. Consciousness is freed.
It's like a bird being released from a cage. The cage is destroyed, but the bird flies free.
At the moment of death, consciousness is liberated from the body.
Is no longer confined to the brain. Is no longer limited by the senses.
And suddenly, consciousness experiences reality directly, without filters, without limitations.
This is what people report in near-death experiences. This is what Darius experienced in his out-of-body states.
You know that bright light people describe in near-death experiences?
Scientists have actually recorded bursts of gamma waves seconds after the heart stops,
It's like the mind lights up right as the body shuts down.
almost as if consciousness is preparing to step out.
The first thing consciousness encounters after death is light.
Beings of light, guides, loved ones who have passed, all waiting to welcome you.
This light is not physical light. It's the light of consciousness itself, the light of love.
And in this light, consciousness feels welcomed, loved, home.
Then consciousness experiences a life review.
It sees its entire life, every moment, every action, every consequence.
But not as judgment, as understanding, as learning.
Consciousness understands what it learned, what it grew from, what it became.
The first stage of death is separation.
Consciousness separates from the body. It rises above. It sees its body from above.
This is what people report in near-death experiences. They see their body lying below them.
And they realize, I am not my body. I am consciousness. I am the observer.
The second stage is recognition.
Consciousness recognizes where it is. It recognizes the beings around it. It recognizes that it has died.
But there's no fear. There's only peace. There's only knowing.
Because consciousness realizes, I am still here. I still exist. I am still me.
The third stage is reunion.
Consciousness meets with loved ones who have passed, with guides, with beings of light.
There's a recognition, a reunion, a homecoming.
Because consciousness realizes, I am not alone. I am part of something larger. I am part of a community.
The fourth stage is understanding.
Consciousness understands its life. It understands its purpose. It understands what it learned.
There's no judgment, only compassion, only understanding.
Consciousness sees itself with love, and it understands what it became.
The fifth stage is choice.
Consciousness has a choice: to stay in the light or to return to the physical world.
Some consciousness chooses to stay. Some chooses to return. Some chooses to prepare for rebirth.
But the choice is always made from love, from wisdom, from understanding.
After death, consciousness enters the spiritual world.
This is not a physical place. It's a realm of consciousness, a realm of energy and light.
In this realm, consciousness exists as pure awareness, as pure being.
There are no limitations, no suffering, no fear, only peace and light.
The spiritual world has different levels.
Higher levels of light, higher levels of consciousness, higher levels of evolution.
Consciousness goes to the level that matches its own frequency, its own evolution.
This is not punishment. It's not reward. It's just matching, like frequency to frequency.
In the spiritual world, consciousness is reunited with souls it has known.
Souls from past lives, souls that it loved, souls that it learned from.
There's a community of consciousness, a network of souls.
And consciousness is part of this network, connected to all of it.
Then, consciousness prepares for what comes next.
It reviews its life. It learns its lessons. It plans its next incarnation.
Because death is not the end. Death is just a pause, a rest, a preparation.
And then consciousness is ready to return, to be born again, to continue its journey.
Let me take this deeper.
Reincarnation has thousands of documented cases.
Children remembering names, places, entire lives they never lived.
Verified memories, impossible details.
Which raises the question, what if this isn't your first time here?
Understanding what happens after death liberates you from fear.
Because you realize death is not the end. Death is a transition.
And if death is a transition, then there's nothing to fear. There's only the next chapter.
Understanding what happens after death gives your life meaning. Because you realize what matters is not how long you live. What matters is how you live.
What matters is what you learn, what you grow, what you become.
Because that's what you take with you. That's what continues after death.
Understanding what happens after death realigns your priorities.
Because you realize material things don't matter, status doesn't matter, possessions don't matter.
What matters is love. What matters is growth. What matters is consciousness.
And so you live differently. You love more, you grow more, you become more.
Understanding what happens after death frees you to truly live.
Because you're no longer running from death. You're no longer afraid.
You're free to pursue your dreams, free to love fully, free to be yourself.
Because you know this is not all there is. This is just one chapter.
Imagine the afterlife as a hologram of pure awareness.
Every memory, every emotion, every possibility existing at once.
Like a library where you don't just read the stories.
You step inside them, reliving everything in full detail.
And here's the truth no one tells you. You take nothing material with you.
Not your house, not your job, not a single possession.
But every act of love, every moment of kindness.
That's the luggage your soul carries forward. Light, packed in light.
Now let's connect this to what we've been teaching in previous videos.
We taught you that you have power, that you're a creator, that you're eternal.
Well, now you understand why. Because your consciousness is eternal.
We taught you that your soul is more real than your body, that you never die.
Well, now you know what happens after you die. You continue. You transition. You evolve.
We taught you that love is what matters, that authenticity is power, that intuition is your guide.
Well, now you understand why, because these are the things that continue after death.
We taught you about consciousness beyond the brain. We taught you about spirit guides.
Well, now you understand the full picture. You understand the journey of consciousness.
Everything we've been teaching is about preparing you for this truth.
The truth that you are eternal. The truth that death is not the end. The truth that consciousness continues.
This is the foundation of everything. This is what changes your entire perspective on life.
So here's what I want you to do today.
Don't wait. Don't think about it. Do it now.
Step 1, sit in silence for 10 minutes.
Step 2, imagine your death. Not morbidly, peacefully.
Step 3, imagine the light. Imagine the beings welcoming you. Imagine the peace.
Step 4, feel the shift. Feel the liberation. Feel the freedom from fear.
That's your consciousness knowing the truth. That's your soul remembering home. So let's recap what we've learned.
Death is not the end. Consciousness continues after the body dies.
There's a process, a journey, a transition into the spiritual world.
And this journey is peaceful. It's loving. It's home.
So in the comments, I want you to share something. Share how this changes your perspective on death. Share how it feels to know you're eternal.
Because when you write it, when you speak it, when you share it, you're anchoring it into your consciousness.
If this resonated with you, share this video with someone who fears death. There are people in your life who are terrified of death. There are people who need to know this truth.
Share this with them. Help them release their fear. Help them know that death is not the end.
If you want to go deeper into consciousness after death, we have more videos coming.
Videos on reincarnation, videos on the spiritual realms, videos on how to prepare for death.
Right now on your screen, you'll see two options. Choose the one that calls to you.
Because your understanding of death, your freedom from fear, your journey of remembering, it's just beginning.
You are eternal. You never die. You just transition. You just continue.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being open to this truth. Thank you for releasing your fear of death.
We'll see you in the next one.